Sema 2022. It feels so great to be back. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog, and welcome back to Pennsylvania. I just got back from Sema, and boy, 2022 was one for the books. Now we're about to jump into a recap of the entire show. Man, we covered a lot. But this year I actually didn't bring a truck out, although I had some ideas. Now it's pretty cool. This is my third annual time out to Sema. My last one was in 2019. We took 2020 and 2021 off due to obvious planning circumstances. And 2022, it seemed like everybody was back on board. Now for those of you guys that don't remember, I actually judged Battle of the Builders in 2018 and 2019. This year, I happen to actually partner back up with Sema directly for an opportunity to highlight the show at the ground level, being my perspective. Now, that being said, I actually didn't bring a truck out to Sema due to that reason, because I wanted to make sure that I gave you guys a breadth of the experience. We saw so many epic things, and we're about to jump into that. But before we did that, I wanted to kind of connect with you guys about the idea of a potential Sema build for 2023. What are we thinking? Is that a good idea? Is it not a good idea? Maybe should we try to do a full-out Sema build on the OBZ? It might be the only ever DURTYMAX swapped OBS build to ever make it to Sema, unless somebody sees this video and gets right to work. I don't know. At least we got my YouTube channel to kind of document some things. To be the official first, of course. Now we're about to jump into that montage right now. I just wanted to let you guys know that 20 times entries are back for the final remaining days of Dream Diesel giveaway number 28, which is that Platinum Power Stroke right there, and $30,000 cash. So if you guys want a chance to win that truck, hit up Enthusiast and explore how to get entered, because the deadline is November 13th, which is just a few days away. Procrastination Nation, I see you. I see you. Sema 2022, ladies and gentlemen, it feels so great to be back. So this year, Sema's a lot different because it's not just me out here, it's actually the entire crew in the entourage. So we got Sean from Peach Bottom Auto Body out here, Brody from Accelerate Auto, we've got Ryan who does the wraps, we've got the whole crew. What do you think so far, bro?
Dude, I mean, we've only seen 10%. So
it's insane, guys. Let's take a look around, shall we? So guys, opportunity, right? We are over in the Toyo Tread Pass booth, and this is where some of the sickest stuff comes together. These cars are absolutely awesome, and there's one that happens to actually be from Lancaster, and that's the owner right there, Austin Barnett. He owns a company called Billetworks, and he built that Porsche that has a flat 4 Subaru motor in the back. It is absolutely sick. I'm hoping that we can get back here soon. Austin, the car looks awesome, man. Good work, dude. Good work. And he's a Lancaster local that's out here representing at Sema, dude. It's all about that Lancaster love, but at the end of the day, that Porsche turned out so sick. But I've got a special guest that I'm actually going to be featuring here on the channel that has a piece of advice for you guys. I'm really excited to hear what he has to say as well. All right, guys, so I got Chip Foose here. Chip, welcome to my YouTube channel, man. It's awesome to see what you've been able to accomplish.
Thank you. I just feel lucky and blessed that I get to do what I do.
And I tell my audience that all the time. Life has been a huge blessing as you start to take action on your dreams, right? But now that I've got you, I was wondering if you just had a morsel of motivation or advice or anything like that that you can pass along to the people that maybe have aspirations to chasing their dreams too.
You know, if you don't pick up the bat and swing, you're never going to hit a home run. So grab your bat and swing away. My dad taught me that if you're not failing, you're not learning. So you got to get out there and fail to become number one. You didn't fail, you succeeded at learning what doesn't work.
There you go, guys. That's awesome. Chip, thanks, man. I really appreciate your time, brother.
Have a great day.
Seeing you. So I've I've been bouncing all around SEMA, guys. It has been a crazy day, and some of the conversations and chemistry that I'm sharing today are just absolutely awesome. You find that there's so many like-minded people here, and I preach this often, but I like to share the fact that people make everything possible, and that's ultimately why I started my YouTube channel. And today, I actually stand in front of the AMS booth because I may or may not have been in talks with these guys about a very specific project that I have in mind. So I actually got to meet the owner of that R8 and that Huracan Performante there behind me, and they shared some super sick stories about their experiences and why they decided to move forward with AMS. And ultimately, it's kind of one of those things that I've actually been following the AMS brand since before I was even in the diesel truck space. I had an Evo X back in the day, and man, I was like living at home, and I could not come to sacrificing purchasing quality of intercooler pipings, front mounts, the whole 9 yards. I went with their stuff. Now they've kind of since graduated into some other platforms at B, aka the V10s, and there's some really cool stuff pending on the horizon. I don't want to go into all the details quite yet because I'm really in the relationship development phase with these guys, but the goal is to build a relationship just like I do with all the other vendors that you guys see on the channel often, because man, relationships at the forefront of everything you do is not about the product or service. It's about having that chemistry, and then all the other great things just build from there. So I just wrapped up with Kyle Martin, who's a long-term friend of mine that I actually got to meet at SEMA back in 2018, which is the first time that I got to attend this event. Now, SEMA is so much more than just this show-off of all these really absolutely badass industry-leading things. It is a location where people in the industry can connect and continue to maintain the relationships that drive this industry on the passion that makes it possible. So SEMA, at the end of the day, is looking to accomplish three things. It wants to highlight the passion of the industry, because just like enthusiasts, passion is the priority that drives all of these fantastic OEM manufacturers to aftermarket manufacturers to drive things forward. The innovation is key in maintaining that passion because relevancy is so true to the style of what it is that all of these people seek to do to their builds. And then of course, it's the opportunity. It's you guys watching that have the desire to get into the space that I was able to enter into myself to hopefully do something absolutely awesome in the market as well, whether you're going after a general majority or if you're going after one very niche thing. And we have a chance to admire these booths, let alone all of the amazing products that these vendors bring out. The booths are the true wow factor. So a quick little fun fact, this booth was set up just last Friday. Today is Wednesday. It had to be set up in less than 24 hours, and it was all done right here on site, all with materials that they brought out to set up. It's no short of an actual feat of accomplishment. The Boston booth is sick, and we may or may not have another project up our sleeve that you guys are going to see more of, hopefully in the next coming weeks, but more to come on that. Dude, you're representing, my man. That is absolutely awesome, and we got some work for it apparel up here. What's your name, man?
Damon.
Damon, thank you again for your support, brother. Enjoy the show. Guys, so a majority of our morning was actually spent networking, and now we have a little bit of free time so we can make our way around outside. And that's really where a lot of the truck stuff is located. So how about we take a walk around some of these freaking outrageous SEMA builds this year, and we're gonna figure out which ones are our favorites. So if you guys want to drop some comments below about which ones you like the most from the ones that we're about to explore together, you should definitely do that, because man, there is a lot of freaking eye candy here, and it's somewhat hard to pick. So let's start with this Megalodon thing right here. What do you guys think of the front bumper on this setup? Is it my style? I wouldn't necessarily say so, but I do really respect it, and you have to look further than what meets the eye, okay? Some shop made this bumper, and it took a ton of time to engineer this whole integrated Warren winch setup. Looking at these huge King shocks, of course they've got them custom built. They've got the black lines of the AN fittings, the black King shocks. Things rolling around on some massive American Force concave wheels, Striker off-road lift kit. There's a ton of time that went into this truck. We got this limited right here. I like the color of this thing, man. The beige and red combination's really sweet. Now this one's actually done by Plan B fab, and man, the attention to detail is insane. All these polished plates, right? These are seriously hand polished. To get to this level of finish takes a ton of time. The entire frame has been done, every single component polished, end caps on all the hardware. There's a lot to appreciate. They even took in that same color scheme into the headlights, into the grille. This stuff is legitimately on another level out here. I think this thing's rolling around on 30s, man. I can't even imagine trying to lift this wheel up. This thing probably weighs 250 pounds. This one caught my eye from the outside. Any level lift on, again, 30s, KG1 wheels. Any Level's a really badass company. They actually won, it was like SEMA Vendor of the Year a few years ago. They've since patented this whole system. And the integration of stuff is absolutely incredible. The fact that it's on 30s and sits taller than me, it's pretty crazy. Oh my God, look at this YouTube All-Stars truck here at SEMA. I'm sure he feels so cool. Of course, this is Gabe Farrell's truck. I actually haven't seen this massive thing in person. Jesus, dude, this is like unbelievable, man. How did you even get these wheels on? This is insane, man. I've been looking for you around YouTube. We'll have to see if we can find him at some other point in time. I don't even know how something like this works. And then it's like this dually is absolutely massive, but it looks triumphant compared to this one. But on a serious note, man, that thing might have to take the winner of the biggest truck at SEMA. Well, I kind of just take back a little bit of what I said. It's kind of hard to say. They sit about the same height if I would have to ballpark it. It's another Plan B fab kit. A lot of this stuff is done by hand, by a small shop, and I gotta give the utmost credit to that fully hydraulic actuated rear steer, cruising on these huge, what are these, Baja Pro Mickey Thompsons? Massive tires. I mean, Sean, stand next to that thing to pale in comparison real quick. Yeah, dude. Literally the bottom of the bedside is like at your jawline, man. All right, we just got to transition over to this OBS. This is one of the cleanest ones that I've seen here to date, and you got to appreciate the classic body, all the chrome with this nice ruby red color. Solid axle swap, huge freaking coilovers. Look at the sway bar extension bracket on this thing. Absolutely massive. This thing's pretty wild, I'm not gonna lie. Cool transparent red color on the powder coat. Airbags set up to assist in the 4-link dual axle rear steer. I mean, come on. It looks like the body was extended. It's kind of hard to say, but it's a dual rear steer. You got to give compliment to the arrangement that it takes to set something like that up to actually make it work. So the old body style king is here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hunt down Hunter, but this is an absolutely sick truck. I have not seen this thing in person. Hunter's been a friend of mine for a while. I've followed him on social media for a bit. It's got a fully custom air ride setup on it from rear to front, and it is absolutely sweet. This is his Instagram right there. You guys have probably seen some of his stuff on Instagram if you get in touch with the truck community there. I say this very open-endedly right now, but maybe we try to bring the DURTYMAX swapped OBZ to SEMA once it's fully done.
We should do that.
That'd be really cool, dude. Now this thing's pretty sick, guys. We're looking at a 2020 plus body style F, call it 350. It's rolling around on an any level suspension setup. Then you get into a 2-stage powder coat setup. You've got stripped down axles, so the ring gear, the ring seals, all that has to be removed to get powder coated. You have the labor to go back into it. It's got a powder coated frame, and then it's rolling around on these insane, call them cat tracks. Look at this thing. It has to probably be my favorite truck at SEMA. We're looking at a 1972 Chevy C10 all-wheel drive diesel. This is a DURTYMAX swap with a custom twin turbo setup where they actually rose the turbos up to the top. Now these things are not massive by any means, but it's such a sick concept because it is just 100% custom made, man. It is absolutely so sick. Homie literally is just like sliding at 70. Dude, it's wild looking out, dude.
You're not seeing anything?
You cannot see any humans until they're like 20 foot in front of you, bro. Dude, closing the door on a great year out in Vegas. And not to plug for enthusiasts, but genuinely, if we were to summarize what everyone's goal is out there, it's to innovate on a passion and to create an opportunity for people just like us, just like you, to get involved. And genuinely, if you ever want to see yourself out at SEMA, you need to be involved in the industry in one way, shape, or form. So if you have that desire, then boy, go after it, because the opportunity is ripe and it's for the picking, and we want people that are equally as passionate to get involved. Thank you again to SEMA for the absolutely incredible opportunity. I am so grateful. And that's where we're gonna sign off tonight on Monday with the final 7 days of Dream Diesel Giveaway 28 if you guys want to get entered for that truck, which is gonna be the second to last giveaway for the entire year of 2022. Thank you as always for watching, guys. I love y'all. Hit that subscribe button and like button if you haven't already, and I'll see y'all in the next upload.